Happy Memorial Day, ladies and dudes! And yes, our dear beloved American flag is finally back on another video in the American style. Oh, heck yeah. I gotta hurry up and do this video quick because I found a few more interesting fun facts you should know about angels and demons, or rather thought when I did my movie review called Angels and Devils. Sorry I made a mistake on that part when I did that movie review back from a few days ago. If you know what I mean. Well, anyway, hi ladies and dudes, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop1987. This is my review for today. And today I have no review, ladies and dudes. But I gotta hurry up and do this video quickly because I want to do some interesting fun facts you should know about angels and demons, or rather thought angels and devils. Some fun facts that will wow you the most, or something I did not add on my movie review when I first done it. And for these fun facts that I found, I only found 3. Just 3 interesting fun facts you should know about this movie. Something that will wow you the most or surprise you the most. I guess you want to know what these fun facts are. So without further ado, ladies and dudes, here are the other 3 fun facts that I found with angels and demons, or rather thought angels and devils. Well, whichever you prefer anyway. So, let's get started. For the very first interesting fun fact you should know about angels and demons, it's about when Robert is dressing up as a priest. Well, I know he did not act like a priest in the whole entire movie, but thanks to that good-looking clothing design of his, he looks pretty good as a priest. Even, let's just say, a priest in disguise. Barely, maybe? Well, he's not the only one who dressed up as a priest for a movie or TV show. I did remember a long time ago, back at 2003, I did watch an episode of The Incredible Hulk. And this episode is all about where Dr. David Banner had disguised himself as a priest. He only did it 2 times, and 2 times only, in 2 or 3 scenes. The only thing I remember about him as a priest, I remember he showed himself, in priest uniform to a nun, and he was pretty darn nice to that nun. And he had a little bit of secret that he has to tell one of the nuns about the reason why he dressed up as a priest. And there's one thing that's not completely right about his disguise, is his shoes. He's not very good, wearing leather black shoes in his feet. I guess he never wore one, if memory serves me right. And there was a second time when he did dress up as a priest. There was a part where he and the nuns were talking to the crowd, and David Banner made a very, very cool, epic speech. And I can't remember what the speech was. It's been a long time. And yeah, you could say he was half successful in that part of that scene of the episode. But yeah, there was some dudes that came out of nowhere, and they already know that he was an imposter. Well, if you guys remember that episode of The Incredible Hulk back from many, many, many years ago, you'll know what I'm talking about. And that was the very first interesting fun fact you should know about angels and demons. That Robert's not the only one who dressed up as a priest in this movie. But there was another character in a TV show that also disguised himself as a priest. And speaking of Robert dressing up as a priest, maybe you should pay attention to these two small pictures very carefully. You know, about the two clothing designs from Tom Hanks. There's one picture where you see himself as a professor in the daytime, and he dressed up as a nun in disguise at nighttime. Yeah, a professor by day and the priest in disguise by night. That's a second interesting fun fact you should know about this movie. And also the clothing design that came from Tom Hanks. They may be the same character, well, for one important thing. It may be true that you see two different designs in one character, but there's only one thing that remains the same. Is the brown shoes. Did anybody pay attention to the brown shoes in the movie? Robert had wore the very same brown shoes all the way through to the whole entire movie, from both the first half and the second half of the movie. And he's not the only one who's wearing brown shoes in the very same movie. So did Otto 1 from both Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man No Way Home. It may be true that their clothing designs is so darn different from both of the two films, but their brown shoes remains the same. Yeah, that's another thing I like about male characters, is pay attention to the shoes. The shoes is the most important clothing design of all. That's for sure. And the final interesting fun fact you should know about this movie, and this will wow you the most. It has an extended cut edition. No, I'm serious, ladies and dudes. This movie right here has an extended cut edition. I mean, something that was caught, some scenes here and there that was caught off by the movie. And I really want to know what scenes that they caught off from the film that we did not see in the theatrical wise. If you guys have seen the extended cut edition of Angels and Demons, please leave a comment there and let me know. I really want to know what they cut off from this movie. And how many minutes does this film have for a couple of the extra scenes here and there? I wonder if there some violent stuff happened in this film or something. I am not so sure. I will love to see the extended cut edition of this movie. I'm sure it'll be way better than the theatrical one. That's for sure. And those were the other 3 fun facts that I found with Angels and Demons. And tell me, ladies and dudes, what do you think of the fun facts that I found for this film? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think it's pretty decent? And tell me, ladies and dudes, what is your favorite fun fact of all time that came from in one of your favorite films? Well, whichever they are, just leave a comment there and let me know. And also, happy Memorial Day. It's time to pay our respects to our country, to our world, to our people, and our dear beloved American flag. This is the most important thing of all in American history, if you know what I mean. So, I'll see you all later, and sayonara!